Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hatemael. With me today, I have Espio. He
Hello
is
there.
a big Mr. Freeze fan, so we're going to go ahead and do an episode about him. I really like Mr. Freeze a whole heck of a lot. I think he's absolutely phenomenal character. Been running him quite a bit in. Actually, I run him in pretty much every match in Siege, which I may or may not. Gosh darn it, I forgot to do. Let me do a. 1 second, let me just fix something. Oh, my intro's different. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Let me just fix my alerts real fast. And then we can get started again. All right. So let's go with SVO. Just your initial thoughts of Mr. Freeze.
I think he's greatly improved. There is one thing that they removed from his kit that makes me very, very sad, and that was the ability to get the out of turn freeze grenade when attacked by an enraged enemy. That was super, super fun. And especially because his biggest problem before was always Wonder Girl, because you'd enrage her, you'd taunt, and then she'd just and you're dead, right? And by giving him the crit immunity, he actually doesn't die anymore. Like when he's taunting, he doesn't die to Wonder Girl anymore. So he can actually take him enraged Wonder Girl punches. So he could keep that functionality, and it would actually be really useful now. But they removed it in favor of the 4 speed downs thing, which is like, it's not that it's bad; it's that it's random, right?
Yeah, he's I've only seen him die to Wonder Girl in Siege when you've had Wonder Girl basically getting double call assist from Saint Walker, and then
Ah, right.
and then sometimes her double punch can do enough, and if she's got a lot of strength up. But even then, I've seen matches where he actually will even survive that, which is unbelievable. He's one of those characters I've even strongly considered rebirthing 5, which
Ooh.
because I think he would be unkillable at Rebirth 5. My only problem is that it seems like on defense, he's really not that difficult to deal with. At times, when you get that, if you happen to get unlucky and the character you need to go first is got those 4 speed downs, it can be a major problem. But other than that, I really feel like he's not that big of a threat on defense, but on offense, he's just when you can manually control him and always use the taunt, he's just so strong.
I I think he actually can be a pain on defense, but it depends, right? If he's the last guy left and your entire team is fine and you plan for him, you'll be absolutely fine. He's kind of like Parasite, or who's the other one that tends to like heal a lot to the point. Yeah, I suppose Superman kind of does that. You know, those characters where it's like, oh, this is gonna take a week, if you didn't plan for it properly. Or if you lose, an important damage dealer in the middle of the match. And like I would not want to be going up against Mr. Freeze where like the last people I have left are Clayface and Red Robin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Loot wanted to join us. I'm going to drag him into this call as well.
No worries.
And to response to Chosen in chat, I will do a single siege match that I saved for this. But I'm not going to do the hard ones because whenever you're trying to manage the screens and talk on a podcast where it's not like just a solo stream, I feel like it's a little too much pressure. And I'm in a tight race with him, so I'm not gonna let him because he started to play a little bit of mind games with me as well. And Luke, did
Yeah,
you
no,
join us?
that's totally fair.
Hello, what is up?
Hey,
Mr.
Luke.
Loot. Good to have you on. It feels like it's been a while since we've had you on anything but the tier list. Can you hear us, Loot?
Yeah, I can. I have to close the video because then I'm just hearing double and triple
Oh yeah,
chat.
no problem.
Yeah, it's been a while. Work has just been freaking insane.
Yeah, I've been the same way. Work's been a little out of control lately, but
But I saw you're reviewing Freeze, and I was like, wow, Freeze is awesome. I got to get in on that.
What?
so you don't think he's
Luke
trashed
likes a
here?
character I do?
I love him. He's awesome.
What? I was fully expecting Loot to just join and be like, back the truck up, and then leave.
No, I really like him. I think he's really good. He does really cool things. Like he makes it so that I lose. Like he does these really, really crazy things to where it totally messes. I lost Power Girl yesterday in a siege match. I didn't even get a turn. Power Girl died.
That's what you get for using Power Girl, scumbag.
It's siege. She's a bonus tune.
I still refuse to gear her.
I know, but I have to. I always try for first, and I don't know with some of those crazy players out there. I don't think I'll ever get it again. But
no, dude,
I'm
if I was trying to compete in Siege and I had every character geared, I would be spamming Power Girl in every match. It's fine.
Yeah, I've got my entire roster is totally finished. Like it's all level 80, all G11.
Yeah,
so
that's insane,
I go
dude.
for it. I think Hatemail's the same, right, buddy?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everybody's 80, so.
Yeah.
So
I
Loot,
saw M4 had like 700 million green essence, and I was like, what is he gonna do with all that?
see, I think he still farms Chapter 8, which I don't know why he does that because
he's just Looney Tunes.
I guess he's waiting. I guess maybe he's aware of Gear 12 showing up sometime soon.
Yeah, he is a developer, so who the hell knows?
I picked this random team just out of idiocy for this match that I'm on right now.
What am I looking at?
And Chosen's like, what great showcase. Everybody's dying. I'm like, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who you picked based from their dead feet.
I don't know.
I see Jason, Freeze, and Deadman, but I don't know who the second is.
I had a Freeze. Honestly, I don't know. I think I had Metallo. It was a terrible team for Lex and Arcus. See, this is my problem. This is why I don't like streaming that much because I can't play a match and do a podcast at the same time. It's just not possible for me.
Yeah, no, it's hard. Playing at the same time is really difficult. I've recently started like speed running, and the amount of times where I try to read chat for like a single frame and then I miss something really important, it's like, it's so painful.
Yeah, and like if you're talking through the matches and doing it, but if you're actually like trying to do a real podcast, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm almost debating if we should keep the podcast separate completely and then just randomly do streams here and there. I can't say I'm a big fan of streaming personally. Like I'm just not good at it. I'm a terrible streamer. I like when there's somebody else here.
I think it's easier to stream by yourself.
Does Skype have screen share?
It does.
Okay. Maybe the guests could be the ones streaming the matches if it's a bit too stressful to be running everything and doing all the gameplay at the same time.
Yeah,
again, you know what I think works.
My roster's not as interesting.
Really well, is I think it's really hard if people are having a conversation and you're trying to play a match while you're chit-chatting about whatever the topic is, unless you're chit-chatting about the actual match that you're in and fighting it, talking about the moves, what you're going to do next. Then I think it works.
See, in my playstyle, I don't think about what I'm doing. I just go with my instinct and press buttons and roll my face against the match. That's why I'm struggling against Chosen. So that could be part of the problem. That's why I'm not like M4 is an amazing streamer because he's like the professor, and he's kind of always been the professor for owls. You know, like when we need siege advice, that's what we do. What's going on, Pingzo? And I didn't say hi to a bunch of people that came in, so I missed a bunch of you. Miss Kitty, good to see you in chat. But so yeah, I don't know. I struggle with this whole streaming thing. I haven't found the balance that I like. Maybe in a future stream we'll like do our normal meta report episodes, and then we can just because I don't like to stream by myself. It's just boring. Like talking to a wall or talking to myself. I'm just not very good at it. So
what you could do is you could split the podcast into a couple sections. So the first section could be what we're doing right now, where the guests come on, we all talk about the character, and then for the second half, we actually play matches with the character and we like talk about strategy and stuff. And that way, you're directly involved in the game, and we're talking about the matches and the decisions that you're making. but it's like a second half.
That is a pretty strong idea. The only problem with that is that for the YouTube only audience, I want to be able to give them good footage. So I don't know, but that is a solid idea. I do like that.
Yeah.
And then
Your Artemis just wrecks.
well, yeah, she's RB5. That's what she does.
Okay, that does make sense.
She just wrecks.
Yeah, she absolutely.
Artemis still hates me, dude.
That's why it's funny because whenever we do our tier list and you guys are like, "Oh, Black Adam's still great," and I'm like, "Yeah, he sucks for me." But the RB5 version is a very different character. Like my RB5 Artemis destroys greens even. Like
Your RB5 Artemis is a beast.
Yeah, no, I
and
can see that.
I saw Kage even at level 70 just erasing greens and reds, and I was like, "Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot."
No,
So
Artemis still hates me, dude. Like, I have her fully ringed out. She will permanently have 3 intelligence ups, and she will never crit. So she can't double tap. She just permanently sits at 3. Like, it doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter what purges go off, who they target. She just always has 3 in ups.
I'm gonna purposely not kill Arcus in this match just so you guys can see that Freeze can take a double punch from him,
Go for
Okay.
it.
which amazes me. The first time I saw that, I was so impressed. And of course, he's not gonna punch. That's the one time I want him to punch.
I mean,
He is
I don't think I was.
super overhealed though.
Yeah, I don't think I was too impressed because I kind of expected it because he was always pretty tanky. Not necessarily like Arcus tanky, but to me, you could have given like pre-rework freeze crit immunity and I'd be like, yeah, he could survive Arcus. So with the stat boost, it just makes sense to me.
But my Artemis
But
just
I'm probably
survived a
one of
double
the
punch
only
from
3
Arcus.
people who used freeze before his rework. So
I really didn't like him before his rework.
No, I didn't either. I didn't think he was good at all. But my Artemis did just survive a double punch from Arcus, which was surprising. It's pretty surprising. I don't think he's a very strong Arcus because he doesn't. Artemis usually doesn't survive that.
right.
But back to Mr. Freeze. Is there any particular teams that you like him on more than others? I'm big on Lex teams with
Yes.
him just because even though I know that's the cheese method, but it's just he's so good on it. But do you have anything more unique than Lex teams?
Yes, I have a disgusting team. There's no leader. Hearing the characters is going to make you feel physically ill. Okay, so it's Yellow Lantern Sinestro, Freeze, Scarecrow, and Eclipso, and it just works.
What an
It
odd
just works
That is an odd
because whenever Eclipso taunts again, enrages someone, Sinestro will heal. Whenever Scarecrow manually stuns someone, Sinestro will heal. All of the enrages and that get placed by Eclipso's taunt, even from the start of the match, if you happen to get some, Freeze will call assists on those. The moment that Eclipso's taunt runs out, or maybe he's starting to take damage, you can have Freeze as like an off taunter. But for the most part, he just remains in control. You soak them in debuffs. They just all get stunned and enraged and slowed down massively. They can't do anything. The team's just a brick wall and they plow through everything. I recommend trying it out. It's pretty fun.
I got another match. I can see if we can get a double punch from Marcus. Because I know he can take it. Because he's a champion.
That Hawk Girl's pretty scary.
I love Hawker. I think she's my favorite character in the game. See,
She's very good.
Freeze without his buffs just took a rebirth Larfleeze to the face, which is
I honestly think that Hawk Girl was scarier before her second rework because
Well,
she was always really
broken.
bugged. Yeah, she was bugged whenever I fought against her. Like every single time, her AoE would just stun everyone. Like I didn't get it.
yeah. She's still good though.
I actually fear her a bit less now, but yeah, I mean she's still really good. I have a feeling she's probably like more consistent on offense, but like since I never geared her just on defense, she's less scary. But that's only because she's less broken now. And I say less broken and not broken.
I'm trying to get Freeze punched, but I realized I misplayed that match.
you
Didn't let him
may
get a
have
turn.
stunned Arcus.
So, just had
He's
to
got
have it.
Tweety birds going around his head. I
Yeah.
don't think he's doing anything.
You know what Freeze does that I really like? when the character has like a lot of turn meter and he uses his basic, he wrecks.
Oh, you're talking about Freeze?
Freezes basic, yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. I've been praising Freeze's damage for ages. Like even before his rework, he could just demolish people. Um as long as they had the over 50% turn meter, he could just one shot most reds. It was disgusting. And people just like didn't get it, man. I will say he does seem to hit like a tiny bit harder, but not by much. I think he's got like a bit more health. I want to say that he's definitely a lot tankier, but I think he's only a bit tankier, and it just feels like he's a lot tankier because of that crit immunity he has now.
Well, they did raise his stats a lot, so they gave him a lot more HP.
Right, yeah. But it's also
he's way tankier. I mean,
yeah,
even without his
it's
crit
hard for me to
immunity,
tell.
even without his crit immunity, I'm taking hits I would have never survived in the past because I use him on literally every single siege match. But on
Yeah,
that
me too.
topic, let's discuss legendary order for him and see
Right.
if we kind of agree. I've used him a lot since I've looked at the order, so I'm pulling up my order now and see what I was thinking. I think I was leaning towards one first, but that might be different now. Yeah, I'm almost thinking his two almost has to be first.
Yeah. Because okay, but here's I think it depends on what you need, right?
Yeah,
Because if you need a taunter, he's good, but he's not a turn zero taunter. He's incredibly tanky, but if you've got like Power Girl or whatever, I could probably argue that taking the one first would be better. I don't know. I think it entirely depends on the slot that you want him to fill within the team that you're building.
yeah, I do. I do like that. And then the other one that I'm torn on is I personally think I'd probably go one, but Chosen in chat makes an argument for four being next because those four random speed downs that start a combat can really like make such a difference in a match. The only problem is that it is random, so you
It's
can't.
random though. I really don't like that. I think I'm mostly very critical of that upgrade because it removed something that I really enjoyed, which was for those who weren't here when I mentioned it earlier, he used to have an out of turn freeze grenade. So you see how his current passive says when an enemy hits Mr. Freeze, apply 2 speed downs and 2 agility downs. It used to be that he only had a 65% chance to do that. However, if said enemy was enraged when they hit him, he would also throw out a freeze grenade if that 65% procced. And
Right.
so, with them upping it to 100% and giving him crit immunity, meaning he can survive Wonder Girl punches, him just having a guaranteed out of turn freeze grenade every single time an enraged enemy hits him and he can survive any enraged enemy, it would be disgusting. It would be so much fun. But they got rid of it for, I believe, what was supposed to be a turn zero freeze grenade, but they decided that was too OP. So they made it a turn zero basic and then they decided that was too OP. And so they went, no, we'll just make it turn zero 4 speed downs,
Yeah, I mean it's a good thought process on that. And the one thing people in chat are saying is that his four is 2 turns, so it's really good. I still think I'd lean
A two
with his
turn
base.
debuff. That
Yeah,
is good.
yeah. I still think I'd lean his one next personally, but I don't know. That is a really tough choice.
Yeah, the thing is though is that it could just go on completely the wrong person. Like what do you do if they just go on Grundy? It's like, oh cool. you
Yeah,
know. It's and if there's like one person where you really want them to land on them, it's only a 25% chance. That upgrade has like a 25 to 50% chance to be useful in a match. But when it is useful, it's really useful. But it's still not consistent, and I personally value consistency more.
yeah. So I would say two and then one or four depending on your preference. That is kind of how I would probably go. And then I would say his probably his three next because his
What's his
five is
legendary on the 3?
the three is his use icy shot on a random enemy if at least one enemy is over 50%. That's pretty useful often as long as you
Mm.
use it correctly. And then
What's his 5?
his five is 75% chance to call assist at the end of every enraged enemy's turn. I mean, they're just if enrage becomes a thing again where it's really a problem, then I would definitely agree. But it just enrage really you don't really care about enraged characters that much right now.
Yeah, no, something I would have loved to have tried before Freeze's rework. I've never had Batwoman geared. Would have been Cold, Azrael, Batwoman, and Freeze. Because hear me out, right? If an enraged enemy hits Mr. Freeze, he throws a freeze grenade. If he has that legendary upgrade, he'll also use his basic. Azrael will then buff up and attack someone. Batwoman will attack someone, and then Cold will counter because you just hit his teammate. So you'd get like 5 out of 10 attacks because someone dared touch freeze. It would be disgusting.
Yeah, he's such a good character. I wish there was more of a speed down like type team you could build with him, but
I mean,
not turn meter, but speed down.
yeah, speed down specifically.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you need a bit of turn meter control for speed down to work, and I think Freeze is really good at that. Like
yeah.
on his own, just the minus 25% that he'll occasionally chuck out, it's not great. But combined with the speed downs, it really lets him keep a handle on things. Like in a 1v1, you won't get a turn against him because
No.
eventually he'll stack up too many and he'll just keep basicking you. And because of the fact that it will lower your turn meter if you're over 50%, you'll just never get a turn ever again.
What was your team again, Espio? I'm gonna run that in the next match.
It was Yellow Sinestro, Freeze, Scarecrow, and Eclipso.
Okay, I'll do it next match. I can't, but I'll probably forget it before I get to the next match. So when I get there, I'll ask you again. But I think he's one of those characters that I think eventually will be able to get to a point where he may actually. I mean, he's already. I think he might see play already on people, but I think there'll be teams you could build completely around him as more characters come out, and if more people gain
Yeah.
something that goes with. Actually, just back out. This team match is gonna take forever, so we'll go into your team. But I think that eventually, whenever there's a speed down style comp, he's gonna be integral to that. We need a blue. Is there any blues that do speed downs now? I don't think there is.
Blues that do speed downs. Does Shazam do? No, he does strength downs.
No.
Let me
No, I don't
check.
think there are any.
Okay, Yellow Lantern, Sinestro.
Yep. Freeze, Eclipso, and Scarecrow.
Eclipso. I'm doing it against a more difficult, Lex team, so we'll see how it holds up against it.
Also, I just checked on DCL Toolkit. There is only one Mystic character who uses speed downs, and that's Constantine.
Oh, wow, okay.
He'll just
But
just
only when
coat
somebody
you on them.
dies, so.
Just the moment you kill one of his teammates, he just pulls out the kerosene, you know?
Yeah. And people in chat are asking why.
So,
Oops,
I
wrong
would
button.
say use.
I meant to use this too. I, for some reason, thought that was it.
Actually, the 3, I mean, it gets Sinestro rolling, so it's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, so note how many people are currently enraged. Of course, Miss Martian clears it.
Yeah. So
Eclipso's doing his job, though. That's good.
and I would say that, and my characters don't believe in dodging, so that's...
Ooh, dear. Ooh, dear.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably going to lose this. But that was partly because I didn't use his 2 on accident, so...
Yeah.
But we'll see how well Freeze can hold up. This is
Your
a good...
character's dodge.
Miss Martian
well
just got
mine.
stunned.
Yeah.
Lex just got stunned. Scarecrow's so good. He's so underrated.
He really is a character that I never use, and he's
I don't use him either.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like evasion characters because they don't ever really invade. But
Mine don't either.
Yeah, I think you let Azrael get a bit too
yeah, he got too meaty.
yeah, too beefy.
That's the problem with Azrael. If you let him go, he will kill your entire team.
No, it's weird. I haven't had any problems with him yet.
I don't really have a
Just
problem
playing
with him
against
too
him.
much. It's just I have made the mistake. I had one siege match where I let him get too big, and then as soon as you do that, he can kill everybody, including greens.
Espio praises
He's my
next will
first
probably
priority. I kill him first every time.
Yeah. So let's try that match again, and I'll actually play it properly.
die.
Though this is probably a very difficult team for this, but
Oh yeah. You're going up against something that's pretty damn meta as far as enemy teams go. This
My
team
kind of
is
team.
definitely the little engine that could, you know.
and for audio only listeners, we are using Yellow Sinestro, Mr. Freeze, Eclipso, Scarecrow versus Lex, Donna Troy, Azrael, and Miss Martian. So it's pretty tough
Yeah,
team.
so I'd say Eclipso's 3, and then Scarecrow's 2. And then what do you get next? Right, so that's a miss. So you're plowing through their evasions. Most importantly, I would say don't use Freeze's taunt immediately.
too
I would
late.
say use Freeze's AOE.
My screen is a little behind.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd say use Sinestros 3.
I'll let it catch up.
All right, yeah.
How do you usually play this? Scarecrow's
This is
3.
rough at this point. So I suppose the reason why you want to use Freeze's AoE is because that way they're still all getting funneled into Eclipso while they still have tons of hit chance downs. It's once the hit chance downs start to wear off where you let Freeze take over.
All right, so I'm gonna use the basic on Donna Troy to get rid of her taunt, so we can go after Azrael. But they're starting to get meaty. So we will hit. Let's hit Lex here, so that we don't proc him.
It's getting scary.
Yep.
Yeah, use Scarecrow's basic on. Oh no, he's debuffing me. God damn it. That was my bad.
Well, so I decided to hit him to not have him
this is a rough
proc, but
team.
yeah, it's a rough team.
It's always so sad, man. Whenever I experiment with non-meta stuff on stream, it always goes super well, and then I recommend the teams to other people, and they just get like the most disgusting, soulless enemy team to go up against, and it never works. It's so sad.
It is. They're Chosen throwing some shade because I'm streaming, talking, watching scrim matches. And
I think this is over. You lost.
yeah. Oh, I lost definitely.
Lou, it's been over for quite some time.
I don't think this team could really hang with this one anyway.
Throw in the towel.
I would love to try this myself. I'll let you know if I find that team. So that's Lex, Donna, Azrael, Miss Martian.
And let's go ahead and end the actual podcast, and we'll keep streaming and chatting. So.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I did want to say real quick before you end things up. We were talking about Legendary Order. I originally had his 4 last because it just seemed so like random and like maybe it'll be useful. Most of the time it won't be. I will say the more I play with it, the more I realize that it is incredibly powerful. But I still think it's very situational. I would personally say to take his 2 first. I think either his 2 or his 1. I would say. The order for me is probably 2, 1, 3, 4, 5.
I like 4 a little better, I think. I think I would push 4 above 3, but it's close. I think L4 is a sweet spot. I think that's really what you want if you want to get the most out of his kit.
That skill just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I love his 5. It's really useful in the teams I use him with, but I recognize that, it's not for everyone. So yeah, there we go. I think that's everything. I don't think there was anything else that you guys brought up that I never finished.
Okay, so for the audio YouTube version, we will end here. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we will keep streaming because we're having a good time here. So I'll do a siege match. This will be an easy one. It'll be all green.
Let's take out the boy.
Okay, let's take out the boy's got a tougher team. So
also,
so Chosen doesn't get angry that I'm asking
Chosen
for...
said that the moment you start the siege match, I need to speak non-stop so that you lose.
Oh, Chosen, no help though. Yeah, even though he goes on his streams and gets people, and I'm sure he's getting his top rank people assisting him on his. Oh.
I think if you use Wonder Girl, this match will be super fast.
Yeah, the RB5 Arcus though does kill people.
He does.
RB5 Arcus can be pretty nasty. But I almost think I could just run this Lex team and probably. The only thing is that's risky because Power Girl will probably die.
I think you should swap Power Girl for
So this is one I think about. I don't think I want to do this on stream because I got to think about this one.
Actually, if it were me, I would be running Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, Freeze, and Lex.
Yeah, see, I want
I
to use more
think for
bonus than
this,
that.
I would do Saint, Freeze, Superboy, and maybe Eclipso, which is obviously risky against Martian, but
Yeah, but
Martian isn't the fastest one here. Like Kilo would go
Hatemael
first,
can't.
and
Chosen
then
cries if I get help, so I'm not using this. I'm not doing this
Superboy would
match now
start reversing stuff.
because I have to think
Hatemael
about
can't
that.
use Eclipso because Eclipso doesn't evade for him.
I'm watching all of his streams now. So if anybody gives any suggestions, I'm gonna scream at Chosen. So no, and I wouldn't run that team anyway, Chosen. So, but Chosen, he's very worried about people giving me any advice because he doesn't think he can win if I get any advice. So I'm just gonna pick an easy team and run this on stream.
Okay.
Wait. What is he winning?
He gets a $100 gift card, or I will get a $100 gift card depending on who they win.
For what? What do you mean? You guys have a bet going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What's
we
the
have a
bet?
bet. No, but we can't. Neither one of us can buy energy, and whoever gets top in siege, not only gets bragging rights, and I was gonna have him on a podcast where either I shame him publicly or he gloats about his win, and then you get a $100 gift card to iOS or Android, whatever one. I think he uses iOS. So
Oh, so like if you win, he gives you $100, and if he wins, vice versa.
okay, let me go back to Du Bois. I'm gonna do Du Bois, but I gotta. You guys can't help me with this. But see, I gotta think about it, and I don't like rushing into these matches.
I don't think I would ever make any verbal agreement where it was a possibility that Chosen would get to like verbally abuse me on a
Well,
podcast.
Chosen always talks smack, and granted, he's kind of a good player, I guess. But um,
Hey Chosen, do you remember that? Do you remember that time when I beat you twice in a row with Nightwing? Do you remember that?
I mean, he gets a
Hey
lot of
Chosen,
easy
do you remember?
boards.
Do you remember that time when there was that match that you thought that you could beat with Robin and TDK solo, and then you couldn't do it, and I said it was possible, and you claimed it wasn't, and I said that you were playing Robin wrong, and you declined this, and then eventually the entire chat cyberbullied you into letting me pick the moves, and then you won. Do you remember that, Chosen?
I think normally I would run. And you guys can't help me because we don't want Chosen crying because he likes to cry a lot. Um,
Poor baby.
I would normally run.
Uh,
I think this is the team I would normally run. I just gotta lock down that Arcus. I'm gonna do. I think I would just do 2 bonus on this one. Trying to think of the third. Arcus always makes me nervous, but I can keep him stunned. I'm not gonna run Power Girl. I like Miss Martian, surprisingly. Can't remember am I allowed to ask this question?
mm.
Is Martian Manhunter considered a Titan? I can't remember.
Do you mean Miss Martian?
No, I know Miss Martian's a Titan, but I'm talking about Martian Manhunter. Does she get the bonus for him?
What? Why would Martian Manhunter be a Teen Titan?
I don't know.
What? Hey, are you
I don't know. These really
are you
ages.
okay?
Is it only
Do you
Teen
need
Titans,
that?
or I thought it was Titans?
Juice box maybe? Like, dude,
That's why I don't stream because
you
my
feeling
brain
the right,
doesn't work.
champ?
My brain doesn't work on these streams.
He is neither a teen nor a titan. Thank you, chat.
uh,
Uh,
Children doesn't know either. I know, sweet
oh yeah, hey,
exorcist.
that reminds me. I was
I'm
meaning
not
to
a
ask:
lore
is
nerd.
Mr. Freeze a Teen Titan?
I don't believe so. He looks old too.
No, he's definitely 17.
Yeah. I mean, he's frozen. Who knows? He could have aged back.
Yes, when he was frozen, he began aging so slowly that he aged in reverse. He is now Benjamin Button. Well done, hey.
And why is Du Bois using Martian Manhunter? That's not like him. Trying to set
He
up I like this
probably
team or
he
not.
probably like
Probably needed the
got down on his
awareness for
knees and
some
like hit
reason.
himself with a belt for having to use meta. Just self-flagellation. Just had to like he had to like recite the Green Lantern oath while he did it. Like, I'm sorry.
That I do know, Sweet's Exorcist. I
Oh,
do know
that's
he's part of
right.
Justice League, but I
M4
didn't know
got
if he
it
can.
right because lanterns suck, and he can't win with 4 lanterns.
He's fake Lantern fan.
Fake lantern fan. Imagine having the audacity to call Du Bois a
I don't
fake
know.
lantern
I can't
fan.
decide if I want to double bonus this one or not, because this is why I don't want to run this on stream, because I have a feeling this is going to go ugly. Chosen's trying to. I'm not going to fall for Chosen's trap. M4 is trying to help him. I can feel it. I'm not going to do it. This is a nastier team, but I have a good team for this one. So
Ooh. Do Du Bois off stream, I don't trust you. Uh,
I'm going to show off Rose because
ooh.
I saw
Chosen.
your videos of Rose. She doesn't do any of that crap for me.
She's awesome.
She's terrible.
I do get a little nervous about Arcus though because he can punch out.
Anyone.
He can punch out freaking Cheetah, which happens often, more often than I'd like to
Cheetah's
admit.
really squishy, though. I mean, you can kind of look at Cheetah and she dies.
Honestly, I think we're at the point where like you could just get Loot to record a soundboard and just use that on the tier list streams. So every time you talk about a character like Rose, you can just play a soundbite that says, "I personally have poor RNG and therefore this character is bad," and it would just work for like 90% of the people you talk about.
All right,
Pretty
M4
much.
is having a meltdown that he doesn't like her skin, so I gotta skin swap her. I'm tempted to rebirth her. I like her so much.
Who, Rose?
Yeah,
Go
I
for it,
only
dude.
use Rose's other skin, the
she
orange
doesn't
one.
she doesn't fit my normal theme, so I'm gonna wait a little while
I
longer.
mean, you're always doing energy characters, though, I suppose.
I have a lot of physical now.
1k gems is like nothing to you, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, but look how many physicals I have now.
It's a much better skin.
Oh, okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I got 3 RB5s and an RB2.
Please do it now. She won't be good at
Oh,
RB5.
did I change her actual skin? I bought it, but I don't know if I actually did the change.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I did. Okay. Now Chosen. I can't trust you. What what am I gonna do? Turn on hacks with against Du Bois? I want to be able to think about it. I may only do one. I may not even use freeze, so it kind of defeats the purpose. I know I need Mystical's Hawkeye. That's who I really need for this.
Wonder Girl.
Though this is a I'm gonna use freeze, but this could go sideways real quick.
You should
I'm
just
trying to think.
RB5 Adam. Maybe
If I could
that'll
have a
make him
single
do a little
mystic.
bit of damage.
I'm tempted to go Lex instead as a leader. I think it might be a little safer. But screw it. Let's go. We may lose to Chosen.
So Hawkeye says you should rebirth Aqua Moa.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So let's get rid of Wonder Girl. Got rid of Wonder Girl and Donna Troy. That was
Chosen, are
nice.
you saying that you think Adam is a good character?
Now, oh no. So, freaking Lex used his basic. That can be a problem. So now I like, because Arcus is going to go next, but he'll probably buff. So I'm not going to hit him and make him angry and pray he doesn't use his,
You don't like him when he's angry.
well, I'm just going to pray that he doesn't use his,
Hey, you got a
2.
bot on our channel here.
A bot?
Yeah.
Yeah, how we get
One of
rid
those.
of
One
that?
of famous. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean,
I want to be famous.
maybe we want to be famous. Ooh, I don't know what I want to do here. I don't know if I want to use this 2 or not. This could be ugly.
I don't want to
I
be
just use
famous.
cheats to
I
on
think my
Lex.
head would explode.
Yeah, that's what I decided I was gonna do. All right, so she got a crit. Oof, man. What do we do here? Let's see. I think I'm gonna do freeze basic twice so he doesn't go. I know I'm not allowed to
but
help
then
me,
Rose
so
is going next.
Well, I know that's dangerous, but I use her too a lot. Oh God, damn it!
I didn't really saw that coming.
I was hoping
Yeah,
for her damage immunity, but Rose was
I
going
think I
next.
would have. I think I would have double called Saint. Maybe
Wow, this is
It wouldn't have
he's
really
killed.
going for
delayed
damage.
for me.
It wouldn't have killed him. Ah, chosen. I should.
How
Well, see,
delayed
if I
are
would have
we?
called Cheetah Hawkeye, she wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a rough situation all around.
Yeah, but oh well. We lost another tune. I'm so used to recording. So chosen, you saw it, so I don't have to
If
send you
she
that
was
one.
RB5, she would have survived.
Yeah. Yeah, the bleed stacks. That's who I thought about Hawkeye. The bleed stacks don't always kill him though. So Rose still would have got a turn, and he would have had more strength ups, and then if he got a turn, I'm dead. So that's everybody's dead. So that's my All right, chosen. I'll somebody clip it then, so that I can send it to chosen if you don't mind. Somebody has the number. But yeah, I've been lucky with her too against Power Girl. She's gotten to damage immunity, but that time it did not go in my favor. All right, guys. Well, I got to get going here shortly because I need to get ready for football, and eat some lunch. So I will end the stream there. It has been fun seeing you guys, and we appreciate everyone coming. And I will be sure to get on Chosen Stream and make sure that he's not allowed to get a wisp of assistance from anyone. And hopefully he loses a match live because that will make my day. So with that, is there any people on?
Star Trek was doing a test last time I checked. I think he's finished.
Is
Yeah,
Star
he's
Trek?
finished.
Oh, he's done? Okay, I was gonna say I wanted to see if I could raid deep inside someone. Anybody live that we
Yeah,
know?
I'll probably be going to do like speedrun stuff, but that won't be for a few minutes. So
I don't see anybody. Nope, nobody on. All right, guys. Well, I guess that is it. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it. And until next time, been fun all.